Hi and hello to all of you, my gracious souls. However you found yourself here in this video, I would love to welcome you to our corner of the internet that's specifically dedicated and made for your divinity. My name's Weronika, and I'm very happy that you're here and you're going to spend some of your very, very precious time here on earth with me, listening. Today's pick a card is going to be a message from your spirit guides. The idea came to me spontaneously, but I decided, hey, maybe people need to reconnect. And I am definitely certain that your spirit guides have more than one message for you and would love to chat with you. So let them do it through me today. I hope you allow it. If you want, you can take a nice deep breath with me. Nice. And if you want, you can say in your mind or out loud that you allow me to read your energy. Remember, it's always your current energy. I mean, here it's going to be a message from your spirit guides, so we're not really going to see anything negative because, well, your spirit guides just do not talk to us. Like, our spirit guides don't talk to us in these ways. But anyways, if it's still like something you're gonna hear you don't like, remember your fate is never set in stone. Do not let tarot dictate your life. This is a disclaimer I think I'm gonna be giving in every video so that we always are on the same board. And yeah, this is a video for confirmation, for reminding you of things that you maybe forgot about. You deeply know them, but maybe didn't acknowledge them, didn't want to think about them because they were harsh. But again, today's video is going to be a light one, a loving message, kind message. Even if they I'm gonna ask about some precautions that you can take that your spirit guides want you to know about. It's still going to be presented, I am sure of that, in a very loving way. So without further ado, we have 3 piles, so pretty standard for you today to choose from. And we will be differentiating the piles with crystals. So today, for pile number 1, we have chalcopyrite. It's a raw piece, kind of looks like just a rock, but it's glimmery and shimmery here and there, a bit of pink, a bit of blue. Now for all my beautiful and gracious pile number 2s, we have this piece, also raw, of fluorite. And for pile number 3 today, we have angelite, which is, I think, my personal favorite. Such a beautiful crystal. For me, it looks like, yeah, it just looks like an angel, how I would depict one or see one in my mind's eyes. Well, I see them kind of white, but they also have a lot of this soft blue to them. So, yeah. So now take all the time that you need. I will in a few seconds move straight on to pile number 1, but remember that you can always choose more than one pile. Sometimes do call us, sometimes even 3, because there are certain messages that you need to pick up. Again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Tarot is supposed to make you feel good, and of course sometimes there are some harsh messages that we don't see, and we use it as a self-discovery tool. But other than that, I'm gonna shut up and let's just start rolling with pile number 1. Thank you so much. Hi, hello pile number 1s, welcome to your reading. Have I lost your crystal? No, it's okay, it's here. I will place it. Where can I place it? You totally cannot see it like that, can you? And here it looks kind of ugly, just like a piece of rock. Let's put it in the corner here. Okay. So for you today, we have the Prince of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, 8 of Torches, 3 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. Pile number 1, you may see many weird cuts in today's video, but that's because I am allergic and it's now, as I'm recording, June. Like we just got out of May, it's the 1st of June. And we have many like the thing is coming from the trees and I am allergic to them, so my nose is full of yuck and I need to empty it from time to time, and I do not want you to hear this beautiful trombone, so excuse me if I will be cutting the video. But yeah, let's start. I hope I will not be doing it that much and it won't be drooling on my microphone. Okay, so the very first thing that's catching my attention, that caught my attention, but now I kind of changed my mind. It was the 8 of Swords with its purple color. Now, the 8 of Swords is usually like being tied or overwhelmed to something that you found yourself in. It's like kind of your thoughts are playing tricks on you and you don't know how to get out, but you keep thinking negative thoughts. But maybe it will be like this. We'll decipher the message in depth. But the first thing, the purple color corresponds to our crown chakras. And I feel the first thing, pile number 1, is that your spirit guides really want you to develop a spiritual connection over like the next couple of weeks, over the next month. And they would love you to focus more on the spiritual realms than just on your 3D reality. Now, when it comes to your 3D, I wonder if you have been through a more of a tough period. And like tough, I sometimes watch tarot too. I'm a consumer of these videos too, so I know that sometimes we hear it and we're like, nah, everything's okay, you know, no one has died in my family, I still have the roof over my head. And while it is beautiful that we focus on things like being grateful for just having water and food to eat, and the shelter, it's also like we should not take lightly our negative feelings. And I feel, because we've got 3 of Swords, 4 of Cups, and the 8 of Swords here, that maybe you're just getting now out of a more tough moment for you emotionally and mentally. But ultimately, your spirit guides really want to tell you, like with this 4 of Cups, that you're strong for having come through this and for putting up with this is not a good word. I'm sorry, not a native English speaker. For coming out of the situation safe and a beautiful butterfly that you are. And for some of you, if it hasn't yet happened and you still feel a bit like stuck, or that something is holding you down, maybe your negative thoughts are holding you down from your greatest potential, know please that your spirit guides are there with you and they have your best interests in mind. Let's say they don't have a mind, they don't have an ego, but they are pure loving energy and they are here for you in this. So with this purple and this, like me feeling the crown chakra, also this speaks to me with the blue, and here also a bit of purple, violet, whatever the color is. It can correspond to also our like higher chakras. Sometimes they are depicted differently, so you'll see not many colors associated to the chakras, but I've seen the crown being purple or being white, and the third eye being like blue or more flamingo teal. Like flamingo, no, it's not the same color. Maybe I am colorblind. Like, let's say sometimes it's light blue, sometimes dark. But anyways, I feel like it corresponds to our just upper 3 chakras, which are considered the more spiritual ones. Because lower 3 are like the earthly ones. Then we have the heart, which is like the connector of everything. And it literally is a connector through the spiritual realms and the earthly realms. And then the upper 3, I'm sorry if you already know it and I'm just like rambling, but for those of you that maybe do not know, the upper 3 are our spiritual ones. and you're really being called to maybe develop, like listen to some meditations. And yeah, I feel with this 10 of Pentacles, pile number 1, that some of your spirit guides may be your ancestors, people that have passed, or maybe these are even people who are here with you, like a grandma that you love or an aunt. But I feel strong family connections because the 10 of Pentacles is all about like family. It's also about wealth for the family, but in this reading, I know we all love to hear that the tarot gives us money from the sky, but yeah, in this position, I feel it's like you're surrounded by spirit guides in your family line, or it was in your family generations, like before you, or maybe it's just someone who has passed away who like you considered to be your family but wasn't your actual one. Like, I don't know, your mom's distant friend. Is that even possible? Anyways, now I'm kind of all over the place, which I am sorry for. I haven't done a reading in so long. Beautiful piles. As I was speaking about the spiritual connection, I feel like your spirit guides want you to know that sometimes it's okay to detach from the 3D. And I am not, of course, trying to say that you should be irresponsible and just ignore like red flags and alarms and there's a fire in your house and you literally go and meditate because you're like, no, I ignore the 3D. But with the Prince of Pentacles here, it's like a caution, gentle caution for you from your spirit guides to not lose yourself in the pursuit of material things and money. And I don't know your situation. Maybe this is why you have been like stressing with this 4 and 8 because of something physical, tangible. It can also be because of relationships, because we've got the 3 of Swords, and like Pentacles talk about anything that's tangible, so they can talk about relationships with people too. Just a prince is someone who's on a quest to find, whether it's money or whether it's like material goods, just things that are in this, as I was naming it, earthly realm. So of course, do what you have to do, pay your bills, go to work, but be reminded that you need to cultivate also this spiritual side of your life, because you can be outwardly, you can seem to be wealthy with your possessions, but you can be spiritually poor, which is not to say that you are, and your spirit guides are not giving me this message that you are, no whatsoever. It's just like a gentle reminder that, you know, material goods are not everything. Like when you die, you cannot take that shit with you, right? But if you grow spiritually and mentally and emotionally, and your soul leaves this earthly plane because your body dies, you take it with you. So that's the real wealth that we want to be looking for. Now, about this more negative situation that you might have found yourself in, your spirit guides have one big message for you, pile number 1. Maybe it was you taking some time off for yourself and saying no to other things. Maybe you had to miss on some very important opportunities. Like you had to say no because you needed to focus on whether it was on your bills or family stuff that you had to do. So if it's like an opportunity that you missed, or you just feel you were a bit apathetic, not maybe talking to people as much, your spirit guides are really giving me this message. They are extremely proud of you, pile number 1, for dealing with the situation in a mature way. They are happy that you took the time off to either, if it was like meditating on it, or just withdrawing from the world in order to solve this thing. And now, I don't know if you still, as I was saying, feel kind of stuck in this situation, if you're still bound by these 4 cups or these 8 swords. But with this 8 of torches, this is how your spirit guides see you. And this card talks all about very, very fast movement. So they see you as a person who can literally like fly through an obstacle, someone who's very good at just dealing with it. And maybe this is why you had to withdraw from your world, because you needed to deal with it head on and acknowledge what was going on around you. And the message that you're getting from your guides is that you're exceptionally fast at this. And even though issues come up and problems come up for you, you can deal with them in such a swift manner. It's like the image that I'm getting is of maybe a busy mom, or I'm seeing this woman figure that has to do everything at once, and she's all over the place, but she has great multitasking skills. And she's capable of taking it all on her. Sorry for bad speaking. And she may be bustling, she may be all over, here and there, but she's very efficient and fast in what she does. And this is how your spirit guides ultimately perceive you. So if the situation for you was not very fortunate, the one you found yourself in, they are saying with your skills, you will be out of it, like this. Of course, you cannot bypass. These things come up so that we can heal and learn from them. Of course, in the moment, they are painful, just like with the gray sky. We all know that right above the clouds, the sky is always beautifully blue. But sometimes we forget it, or maybe I shouldn't say we, but sometimes I forget. It's I logically know that the sky is still blue, but if it's all covered by gray clouds, it's easy to forget that the beauty is still here because you cannot see it. And that's the same with negative things. And now your spirit guides really want to bless you, pile number 1, with everything that's the greatest. But they have one message for you. It's that they really don't want you to give your power away to other people, or to spend time with people who lower your energy and make you feel depressed, maybe bad about yourself. And it can be whether you have to explain your choices to someone, or when there is disagreement of opinions. Of course, these things also help us grow, but your spirit guides are saying that I feel like this is maybe the situation that is bounding you. And I don't know, in my readings it comes up a lot. I don't know if you're the same person, that it's I don't want to call it an issue, just a thing with people. It's an external thing that you need to deal with, and it comes up a lot. So I always try to give this reminder. It's not to say that they are at fault and it's just all on them, the blame, and you should just be okay, it's because they are stupid. And of course not. But if someone hurts you, pile number 1, know that you don't have to stay and put up with this. I feel like in your life you have learned many, many lessons, and I don't know if you've been on your own. Maybe you've been surrounded by many, many people, and maybe you have a very big family. Whatever the situation is for you, I still feel like maybe you had to prove yourself or really go through it and endure some difficulties. With this prince, as I was saying, it's a message for you not to become obsessed with material things, but at the same time you have the quality of the prince. And it's someone who, if they see a prize, whatever the prize is, it doesn't have to be now material, just when they see something they want to achieve, they do it. and they stand firm in their beliefs. And just like with this 8 of Torches, they know how to move swiftly towards their goals. And I feel like this is someone that you are. It's just that the situation with other people is hindering maybe you right now, and your spirit guides are screaming like, we will bless you, but you need to put your needs first and focus on yourself. And then this cloud of negativity will leave you, and you will understand many more things. Maybe you will like get a new, let's say, epiphany. Honestly, I want to look now at your oracle cards so that we have more messages from your beautiful spirit guides. So for you, we have the throat chakra, and I am actually not even surprised. I was talking about these upper 3 chakras. It says, the frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. So with this, pile number 1, I feel that you just need to unlock your throat, and that means you need to speak your truth. So the things you speak are not supposed to be sugar-coated just so that you can make other people feel good. Sorry for the light changing. With this candle it gets a bit weird. The message is, do not conceal your truth just to make other people happy. Or even it can be more of a heart medicine. Do not conceal your truth only so that you can seem like you fit in. And the last one was a message from me, kind of like human, not from your spirit guides. Like I said, your spirit guides are very gentle and loving. I think I mentioned that in the intro. I really don't like the light. Why is it so dark? I'm sorry, the candle will have to look crooked and weird. But let's work with it. The throat chakra may also call you to like express your experiences and what is happening to you. And you don't have to be public about it if you don't want. You can be, sometimes even like talking to a close friend, a family member, a counselor, or maybe sometimes even a stranger on the street, because they don't know you, they will not judge you. It helps us alleviate the negative feelings. But with the throat chakra, it's so much more than just speaking. You may sing your thoughts into existence. You may paint it. It also works. You may journal. That helps a lot. I will tell you from my life, journaling is something that I procrastinate with. I tell myself, yeah, I need to start journaling. I had been doing this in the past for like, let's say, a month, and it was one of the clearest months for me, like thought wise, because I was getting rid of everything on the paper. And then I stopped because I needed to travel and I didn't have that much time because I was at work most of the day. And then because of that break, I never got back to it, and I see the difference. I know how that helps. So if you're someone who now keeps a journal and you do it every day, then I'm just like very proud of you, because it's something I couldn't stick with. But yeah, I will make this change definitely. And if you don't do it, then listen to your like older younger sister, which is me, which tells you you can procrastinate with it. Believe me, you will regret. I regret it because I know that it helps. And if you don't like writing with your hands, you could try it on your computer. For me personally, doing it on the phone doesn't really work. Like, I just do not feel it. But doing it on a keyboard, on a laptop helps. Me personally, maybe you can try that. Sometimes you can try just speaking out loud to yourself. I don't know if you're someone who thinks that's weird. I do it. This is how I learned English, if people ask me. So if you're someone who's curious, maybe you're not also like a native English speaker. If you want to learn or any foreign language, just speak it to yourself. Like, literally close yourself in your room. And this is how you can practice your negative feelings. And I can even tell you, as someone who, let's say, knows something about the cognitive and psychological aspect of a language, when you speak in a foreign language, you're more less prone to be biased or judging. And it was done, there were like psychological experiments done with it. So because I also feel it on myself that when you speak a foreign language, you don't like feel the emotions in the same way. Like for me, saying I love you in my language is something that's like wow, which in English, if someone told me I love you, it doesn't really make me feel that much. Like, okay, I feel something, but it's not as deep. So if you know any foreign language, or you're trying to learn, or even if you don't know, get it on Google Translate and then repeat with Google Translate, get it out in another language and see how that makes you feel. Because where I was getting it with it, and I think I never finished, because you don't feel the emotions so deeply, you may feel less ashamed of what you're feeling. Because maybe let's say you have these people and you want to walk away from them, but you don't even want to say it in front of yourself, because saying I want to leave this person or these people hurts you. Because let's say, I'm just only giving an example, you've spent many years with them, and maybe if you say it in like another language, it will help you get this out, your feelings, as with this throat chakra, but you're not gonna feel as guilty. I hope that helped. I'm gonna stop ranting about it because I just spent half an hour talking about foreign languages. But anyways, that may be something you would like to look into. And yeah, let's just get 2 more oracle cards so that we have more messages. So for you, I wanted 2, but 3 came out, and that is I Remember, Soul Plan, the Fated Life versus the Destiny Life. So with this, maybe the situation, pile number 1, that you found yourself in is like not ideal for you, because it's not something that you feel is in highest alignment with you and with your soul's purpose, but you had to do it in order to like survive, or it was just a duty for you to stay. Your spirit guides are very much cheering on you to do what makes you happy, do what brings you joy. And with this like Prince of Pentacles, if you worry about finances, a good practice is to ask yourself, like, if I right now had the money that I want, let's say for me it would be 100,000 in my currency though, so it's like not that much actually. I mean, depends on how much is for you, you know, but let's say for me it's like 100,000. So I was actually doing this exercise myself a couple of days ago, and I imagined myself, okay, so what would I do if I had 100,000? And I actually realized that I would live almost the same, just make minor tweaks and changes here and there. And then I realized that I am actually capable of doing that right now, and I was like, why am I not doing it? I am like spending every day, and it just goes by, and I don't do these things. Oh, and I'm losing my voice. Maybe that was a sign. It could have been a sign that it's a good message or that it's a bad message. Anyways, maybe it's for you, like, think to yourself, how much would I like to make? And if I had this money, what would I like to do? And try moving in this direction. Even if it seems impossible right now, I'm telling you, there is something you can do to move yourself closer to this version of you. And with this swift movement, I feel like your spirit guides are like, yeah, you can get there fast. And I don't mean like in shortcuts terms. It's just that, yeah, it can also be a very good indicator that the situation, you're gaining strength right now and learning how to move on. Now, another card that we have for you is Fall into My Arms, Surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. So this card ultimately tells me, pile number 1, that you're very protected right now, whether the situation is difficult for you or you maybe just went out of it, like you're not there anymore and you're really good right now. Whatever that is, your spirit guides really have your back. The universe has your back. I don't know. I hope you believe in spirit guides. Otherwise, I don't know why you would have clicked on this video. But if you don't, then just think about it. You literally have an immense universe made of atoms, and atoms are basically energy. They're like more than 95% empty. It's all energy moving around you. So there has to be energy that is good and bad because, well, we are people here on Earth, right? If we have people that are good and bad, and we are literally made out of the universe, we can never be separated from it. Even when we die, we'll still remain in this universe. The energy has to be the same, right? Because we're just a mere reflection. So you're now surrounded by very, very good and loving energy, and they have your back. They are there with you. They want to support you on every step of the way. They are just like nudging you a little bit and saying, come into your power, because I personally feel like there is a tiny bit missing. Even though you're a very strong person, like I said, they are proud of you with the Four of Cups for putting up with this, for surviving it, for withdrawing from your world. But I lost my train of thought, honestly. Again, I'm sorry for the weird light thing is that it's doing. And the last card I have for you is Earth School, Life Lessons, Soul Growth, Study, Higher Learning. So yeah, I don't know where to put it because I wasn't planning to get this card, but we will just get it like right here. Sorry for the no focus. Oh my, what is happening to the camera today? Like I have some hindrances when it comes to making this video, but that's okay. I will still make it for you guys. So with this Earth School and Life Lessons and Soul Growth, I think this is just honestly what I have been talking about, that this situation helps you grow, and even in the moments that we don't see it, your spirit guides are like cheering for you and holding their thumbs, their fingers crossed, whatever you do in like English speaking countries with your hands. They are saying that what you just went through is a great life lesson and your soul gained so much experience. And it's easy to overlook it when we're in the situation, but then we like look in hindsight, let's say even 6 months after, and you're like, oh my, I learned so much about myself and about the world during this period, and you feel glad that it happened nonetheless. So if Earth has been feeling like a school for some of you for some time right now, remember that it serves a higher purpose. I don't know, people usually have bad associations with schools, as I see. I personally have very good, so maybe you like to be at school also. But if not, then treat it as high school. Like, it may be difficult, you may not like it, but then it ends, you graduate, and I feel like you're gonna graduate from your difficulties very, very soon. If you haven't done it yet, then you're like right now at the peak point. So this is, I think, everything that I have for you today, pile number 1. Thank you so very much for listening and staying with me. I hope that everything goes well with you and in your life, not just after the reading, just like always in general. I am giving you my loving energy as much as I can through the microphone and through the phone. And yeah, just again, thank you for your precious time. Stay safe, always stay true to who you are, and maybe we'll see each other again. You can always subscribe if you want to stay, because given my number of subscribers, YouTube probably will not show you my next videos. But of course, you don't have to. This is always up to you. And yeah, thanks, and until next time, bye. Hello friends that chose pile number 2. Welcome to your spirit guides message pick a card tarot reading. That's your beautiful crystal that you chose, the fluorite, and I'm going to put it here so that we can see it. Okay, now for you, the plan, for every pile, the plan was to pick 6 cards, and as you can see, you've got some abundance here and there. So I don't know, we'll see what the message is. Okay, so because it's a bit hidden for you, we have it's the Ace of Torches. I can show you, it looks like this. So we have the Ace of Torches, the Two of Swords, Three of Swords, this is the Moon. On top we have the Prince of Pentacles, Six of Cups, the Tower, Six of Torches, and Four of Cups. A lot of cards, but bear with me, we will decipher all the messages. I also am going to give you a quick disclaimer that I sometimes may be cutting the video and pausing it because I am allergic, and as I'm recording it, it's the beginning of June, and always like in the period of May and June, I get allergic to these thingies that come from trees, and I have a snot coming out of my nose, okay? And I don't want it on my microphone, and you probably do not want to hear it, so I'll try my best, not to deliver you one. First thing that's catching my attention is the Three of Swords, and it's actually kind of interesting because the same cards, the Four of Cups, Three of Swords, and Prince of Pentacles we had in pile number 1. I don't know if you were also called to pile number 1 or if you're the same person, but yeah, it's always interesting. I find it interesting if we see the same 3 or 4 cards in another reading, because we have 78 cards in tarot, and actually usually the decks come having 80 because artists like to paint additional 2. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. So with this Three of Swords, that's really catching my attention. Now, I don't necessarily yet know if it's about other people or yourself, because the Three of Swords usually is about heartbreaks and maybe not necessarily conflicts, but wounds inflicted on you by your relationships and by other people. And this is what the message was in pile number 1. But here, I am feeling kind of differently, and I am really focusing on this one sword that is in this person. And I feel like it may be speaking to you, because swords are very mental. They correspond to our thoughts. This is telling me that maybe these swords that are pointing upwards is how you project thoughts into the outside world. And the one that is stabbing this girl or man or human, definitely human, this is like maybe what you say to yourself, how you view yourself, or how you think about yourself. And it's telling me that you may be someone who highly thinks of other people, and you do not like to also gossip, because swords also correspond to communication, but that you do not necessarily think badly of people. And I don't know if you resonate with this. It's of course not to say that you literally never think anything wrong about anyone. Literally, if someone spits you in the face, you have all the right to think wrongly about them for some time, because we are human. But I feel like you're not someone who thinks that people are very much evil, or you try to see the good part in your relationships and the people that surround you, and you tend to hurt yourself with how you view yourself. So the thoughts that are pointing inwards towards you are negative. And this card in this position is answering, how can you connect with your spirit guides more, and how where can you find them? And I think that you're the message that you're getting is that spirit guides are really residing in you. I mean, okay, it's the energy that surrounds us, because we are always surrounded by loving and caring energy. But you connect to this energy through yourself. You are the channel, you are divine, and you are an extension of source energy. And by only looking for good outwardly, you're never going to find it, because the good and the love and the spirit, even realm, it's all inside you. And spirit is really telling you to Be compassionate with yourself, because you can connect to spirit easily by being honest with you, by going inward in you, by acknowledging your feelings and not disregarding them, and by being loving with yourself. Of course, it's easier said than done. I think I'm saying this in every single reading, because most things are easier said than done, especially for us tarot readers. But I recently watched Chloe Taylor's video, because, you know, she my bitch. And she was talking about self-compassion meditation, and it's something that really caught my attention, even though I haven't tried it yet. So maybe it's also something that you would like to look into. Now, okay, to not jump around, let's start with the first cards, like with the Ace of Torches and with the Two of Swords. So I feel pile number 2. It's like a caution from your spirit guides. Now, I want to deliver it as lovingly as possible, because your spirit guides are very loving and they care about you a lot, because the energy that surrounds us is not malicious. They want the best for you. This is to say, I feel like you may have gotten an inspiring idea recently, or just like maybe you discovered a way for yourself to do certain things, like a routine or a new career, a creative endeavor. I feel like with the Ace of Torches, and then we also have the Six of Torches, you're someone who's highly creative. Also, like the Six of Cups, even though the Six of Cups usually talks about childhood, I feel like in this it's connected to childhood and imagination, because you see this imaginated cloud coming out of the cup, and I feel this is what you are, because this is how your spirit guides view you, that you're very much this childlike energy and you're possible of great creation. So coming back to this, I feel that you may have gotten a good idea recently that's like, again, about your creative endeavors, and you will know what it is for you, even though maybe I have not mentioned your particular thing, but you probably got an intuitive nugget right as I said it. And do not skip it. Like, acknowledge your thoughts, acknowledge your feelings, like with this Three of Swords. If you right now saw something, this is for you. And this Two of Swords is like a precaution from spirit to make a choice that is in alignment with you. And I feel because you're someone who highly thinks of other people and you tend to see their good side, you also may be someone, I'm not saying that you are, but you may be someone, because if you're on this video, you're probably a highly sensitive person. Now, I don't know if you're an empath. I personally do not consider myself to be an empath, but yes, I do consider myself to be highly sensitive. And maybe you're like that too, because I don't think that you're just bad and you stumbled upon this video. Like, it's impossible. I don't send an intention to bring, bad people towards me. So I feel like you have a great heart and great soul, and you may want to take other people's opinions into consideration. And spirit really with this is screaming at you to not to disregard completely what advice you receive. Maybe it's also like advice from me, if you hear some advice from me that you do not like, also disregard it, because you know best. And spirit is really saying that they believe in this project that you have been keeping in mind, that you just received an idea, or if it hasn't happened yet, it's going to happen in the next days, I'm hearing. So watch out for this if it hasn't happened yet, and choose what is in greatest alignment with you, because your spirit guides really trust you on this. They're like, yes, that's a good one, and go into this. Now, with the Prince of Pentacles, with the Moon, so the Prince of Pentacles is someone who's on a quest to find material gains and possessions. And I'm feeling this may talk about money right here in this reading, although it doesn't have to. Apply it to your situation accordingly, but I feel it might be about money. So the Moon is about like illusions and hidden things. And for me, it's also very much, especially in this deck, about working with your shadow self, because we see these like two figures, and I think in the original Rider-Waite-Smith you also have a similar image depicted. I feel like you spend some time with your shadow self and maybe have been removing money blocks, which is interesting because I have been doing it too in the recent times. So like I'm with you in this. And if it's not like about money, then it's just about material possessions. Maybe you want a new house, or you can also talk about relationship to me, the pentacles, because they are very earthly and tangible. So they can, for me personally, talk also about a relationship. So whatever that is, your spirit guides are very proud of you for taking the road to get to know yourself, or that you're embarking on it right now, and that they want to say that they are proud of your capability to feel your emotions and cry for things that needs to be cried over, because crying shows inner strength, pile number 2. And because of this, you will become better at your quest to manifest your desired outcome. About the Six of Cups, I already spoke a little bit. You're, again, someone who's highly creative, and your spirit guides see you as a child. So like childlike energy. And I'm gonna tell you a personal kind of thing from my life that I didn't think I would share, even though it's like not very personal, but you know, we all have things that we deem personal, even though to someone else they may be like, what? That's so normal. So I sometimes pick on my skin or on like pimples on my face. And I was meditating on it right before this reading, and what I realized is, if I was a child, or if there was a child in front of me or next to me, would I pick their skin? Would I hurt their skin? No. So I am giving you my example to be like, treat yourself as a child, because this is how your spirit guides view you and see you. So if you do anything that is maybe not is, but may be destructive to you, like drinking soda or eating bad stuff or not sleeping enough or just having bad routines, or also maybe like picking your skin, your hair, I don't know, there are many like compulsive behaviors. Maybe it's for you like lips or biting your nails, like whatever it is. If there is like a compulsive behavior of something that is not in highest alignment with you, Spirit is saying you are a child to us, and view yourself like a small child. Maybe not necessarily yourself as a small child, because sometimes when I have like, you know, periods of self-hatred, I think about myself as a child, but I'm still like, but it's still me, you know, so I deserve to be punished. Even though it's not true, we don't deserve to be punished. But then view yourself as your niece or as your granddaughter would look like in the future, or like your child, or as your brother or sister if you have one. View yourself as a child that you would really love, and ask yourself, and don't do it just once, do it daily. Maybe if you have a decision to make, ask yourself, would this make a child happy? And if not, then try to come into alignment. Now, with the Six of Torches, I feel that because you're highly creative, and also torches talk about creativity and career and like being driven to do, this is like your spirit guides really want to bless your creations with public view. Like they want you to become public with what you do. So it may talk about you publishing your stuff, whatever it is, maybe short stories. I just yesterday learned that my friend actually has been writing for years and years, and I didn't know this. I mean, I don't know her that long, only like 3 months, but still I learned. I was like, wow, do you publish it? And she publishes on like one side. And if you do anything that may be considered creative, and like writing or painting doesn't have like are not the only things that are creative, it can be for you business or whatever it is, because you know what it is because you've been having an idea. Then Spirit is saying that they want you to come to the public eye. But there is a slight not caution. It's just Spirit is saying that if you do need right now time to withdraw from the world, like the Four of Cups. And I feel the Four of Cups in this deck is a bit negative. And usually as I watch tarot videos on YouTube, I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like tarot readers depict the Four of Cups negatively. Which for me, I mean, it can be like apathy and you missing out on opportunities. I don't know. I tend to view the Four of Cups more positively. It's just you staying with your emotions and withdrawing from the world because you have an internal thing to solve. And Spirit is saying that you're going to be recognized for the things you do or say. You're going to be recognized for the person that you are. You're going to receive the recognition that will, like you're going to find, fans and friends, and maybe it's also going to give you material abundance, but you need to be in alignment with yourself. And if you need moments off to withdraw, then do not feel like you have to, like I'm kind of giving you like imperative, do not feel, but I and your spirit guides, we wouldn't want you to do things for other people. Yeah, again, because you're someone who thinks highly of others. So do not feel that if you go into the public field, then you always have to share yourself or show yourself, because you still have the right to have your private life, and you still have the right to, like, let's say, disappear for some time to be with yourself and to think, and you are your greatest priority, Spirit is saying, which is like, it's true for everyone, but Spirit is like really reiterating it for you right now. And my beautiful pile, for those of you that I said that maybe all this like idea and the moon like crying, just confronting your shadows and illusions. I'm sorry. If it hasn't happened yet, then it might happen. Or even if it has happened, there is always more. Like, healing comes in layers. And I don't want to scare you, because usually the tarot readers, when they see the Tower card, they're like, oh my God, chaos, destruction, your life is going to just be destroyed, and you're going, like, everything is going to be ruined to the earth, like bombarded. But for me personally, and since you're watching me, then you're listening to me, obviously, I don't view the Tower that way necessarily. I mean, it can be, it depends on like other cards that the Tower is surrounded by. But because you have so much good energy, like the Ace of Torches, which is always a gift from the universe, the Six of Torches, which is always like public recognition and people that want to be there for you, people that are celebrating your victories. You have the Prince of Pentacles, which is like on a quest to find material gains. You have your childlike energy. So the Tower is surrounded here by very positive cards. And this tells me, okay, because maybe you don't know what the Tower talks about. Again, chaos and abruption, destroying your life maybe, because this is what your spirit guides want you to focus on during the next weeks or about 1 month. But for me, the Tower can be a very, very positive sign. And I personally very much like this card, because if you want to ever gain something in your life or bring new things to your life, you need to let go of your old personality. And we do not have this depicted in this deck. I have another deck in which we have the Tower. I will actually find it and I will show you. Just wait a second. Oh my God, you guys, I cannot believe this. Like, I took my deck and the first card that I saw out of 80 cards in there, the first card that I saw was the Tower. Like, this is the confirmation of confirmations. So look at this Tower. You have a guy, woman, whoever, with a mask. And this is what the Tower really talks about to me, that it is getting rid of your masks. It's getting rid of your illusions, just like with the moon. It's you becoming like your highest self. It's you stepping into your highest timelines. So something always needs to be destroyed for new things to be rebuilt. But I feel because there might be and slight abruption in your life, Spirit is really saying that it's not something to fear, because you're gonna be letting go with this Tower of things that were not serving you anyways. And because of this, you're gonna step into great, like, I don't want to say greatest, because the journey is never over, into greater alignment with yourself, with your purpose, with your soul, I don't know, with your like higher galactic family or whatever things you believe in. But you're going to be evolving in the next month. And if you see any Tower moment, then I want you to remember my voice. You can even write to me if you want. And remember that it's temporary for you to grow and evolve into the better version of you. Because this happens that sometimes a person needs to lose their job in order to find a better one. So let's give an example that you may be looking for a new job, or you may start a new project and it flops. It only flops because you're meant to do something even greater. And I know that in the moment it's difficult to see, but because I asked for like things you should focus on for the next month, the Tower is not going to last long. So it's not going to be chaos, let's say, that lasts for months. And again, I feel the Tower to be very positive here. So it may be something that shakes you, a little bit. But I feel that with how strong you are and how strong your energy feels to me right now, like maybe you won't even see this, and then only in hindsight you will look in, like, let's say 3 or 4 months, and you will go like, oh my, this was actually a period ending for me so that a new chapter could begin. So I hope I was clear with this. It's not something to fear. I really like the Tower card. Okay, now going into your oracle cards, we have fertility for you, and it says, the frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. I love this for you, pile number 2. This very much corresponds to both your childlike energy and perspective and imagination, and this Ace of Torches that we have hidden, which I'm actually going to put that Ace of Torches up, so because it's like, it seems more positive than the Two of Swords, even though the Two of Swords also for you is like just being in alignment and choosing what is best for you. So with this fertility, now for those of you that are able to get pregnant and don't want to, please don't be scared. It's that you can birth a new creation. And since it says, it literally says, oh my God, where's the focus? It activates the potential. I feel like this is not something that you need to wait for. It's already happening right now. Maybe even as you're watching this video, you can also, before sleeping, ask your spirit guides to give you a confirmation in your dreams, or to give you like energy updates. Like literally say, please, spirit guides, I will now go to sleep. Give me energy updates. And this will like help you to step into this energy of fertility, that you can easily birth this project or this creation. And with this like being joyful that it mentions, this is you and your childlike energy. I feel that when you choose this idea for yourself and you really start acting on it, you will feel joy that you haven't maybe even felt in moments. Like with this 4 of Cups here and the Moon, maybe you have been doing your shadow work or whatever was happening in your life. You are now stepping into a period of great joy, and Spirit is really screaming at me, please accept this blessing. I know that it's easy to get stuck in healing process, especially in spirituality. We hear a lot like, you need to heal, you need to heal. Yes, but it's like, a cycle. You one time heal and then you can have a joy and you can be in the present moment. So Spirit is really saying, don't look out for more healing if joy happens to be here around the corner, and like play with this joy, stay with this joy for as long as it wants to stay with you. And for the next two cards, pile number 2 that we have for you, what is it? It's Star Ancestors, Hidden Secrets, Lost Wisdom. Look a little deeper. And then we have Lifting the Veil, Questioning Everything. Anything unaligned must go. That is interesting. So I first want to talk about the lifting the veil. It says anything unaligned must go, and exactly, you're moving into great alignment, pile number 2, and you're really stepping into a greater version of yourself. And with this like Star Ancestors, I honestly would like to read this from the book because I don't know, I cannot decipher the message so clearly, so let me read it for you. It says, the ancients knew much more than we do about our connection with the stars. Their pyramids, temples, and other places of worship created in precise alignment with the stars exist in all corners of the world. Ooh, I now remember what I wanted to talk about and I didn't, and I'm so glad this card and this book reminded me of it. I wanted to say that you can also, with the moon card, because the moon is not like only about illusions and hidden things, it's also a good sign that you can work with the moon. And we just got out of a new moon if you're watching it as it rolls up, but if not, this is a timeless reading. Do not worry about it. Just check your moon cycles and maybe try to learn how to work with them, or maybe it's something that you have been already doing. But I feel like with this idea that you're having, please go into your search bar. I recommend DuckDuckGo because it doesn't keep your private data, unlike Google, but you can go into any that you like. So go into your search browser, or also 𝗧𝗂𝗏𝗍, I think it's called. They plant trees. If you research things on the internet, that's an amazing one. You can help the planet also. But coming back to you, pile number 2. Learn, if you don't know yet, about moon cycles and work with this project with the moon cycle exactly like this says. It's like hidden knowledge. The stars also want to help you. They have enormous electromagnetic fields, and this energy, you can learn to work with it to really bring your goals to fruition quicker. But I will now continue reading the book for you. So it says, what if this ancient wisdom is available for you to uncover now? You're being called to think and listen with your ancient heart and soul, to tap into the part of you that remembers and knows. All ancient secrets are whispered forever in your ears. All mystic knowing blooms in your heart. All potent power pumps through your veins. You're being invited to step into your ancient knowingness, to be held by the rememberings of the star ancestors, to look a little deeper. If you're feeling stuck, you're being called to do something different, to change your point of view. Creativity happens when we put together two things that don't belong. Two of Swords. Putting two things, you can do this also. Maybe your creative idea is about putting two things that already exist in this world, but doing something completely different with it. But coming back to the book, when we do the unexpected, creativity happens when we do the unexpected. So often a creative solution is right in front of us, but because we think the same thoughts and act the same way, we miss what is in the open. You're here to remember and uncover ancient secrets and transmissions, technology and wisdom that are so needed on the planet right now, to unlock your soul's memories of a time when we lived in harmony on Earth and one day will again. Starseed activation. Place the card on the portal of your heart. If you don't have the heart, you can do just with your with your hands. So place the card or hands on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I am ready to remember ancient mysteries and secrets from deep within. So I feel like it speaks, corresponds to what I've been talking about with this activations with your spirit guides. Right before you go to sleep, you may ask for hidden secrets and knowledge to be revealed to you, and it will be. And people are doing crazy things outside right now. If you hear it, then I'm very sorry, pile number 2. I hope it didn't go in the way with the reading. But yeah, you can do this before sleeping, and I feel Like, I feel that you're in for some very good downloads, pile number 2. So I'm so excited for you. This was a very, very positive reading. And I am panting. I'm kind of out of my breath because your energy is extremely strong. And for me to connect with it, it kind of depleted me. But this is not a negative thing. This is like me wanting to tell you that your energy field is enormous. You're an enormous being. I mean, all human beings are enormous, but I feel like you're a very, very powerful person. I don't know if you realize this, but if not, then this is your confirmation that you are extremely powerful, pile number 2. So I wish you all the best on your journey. Thank you so very much for staying with me and watching. If you ever want to hear my voice again, you can subscribe, because probably YouTube will not show you my videos, but maybe it will. Who knows? Let's hope for the best. I wish you again all the luck. Luck is always on your side. Stay safe and always stay true to who you are. And maybe we'll see each other again. Who knows? Thank you for your time, and until next time, bye. Hi friends that chose pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. It's going to be the message from your spirit guides, but you already know the drill. Your crystal that you chose, the angelite, beautiful piece, we're going to put here so that you can see it for the rest of your reading, because why not? So for you today, we have, like, I wanted 6 cards, but more came out for you. And we will talk a little bit about how they came out. But yeah, here you got an abundance of cards. I mean, you got 2 instead of 1, but we have the 4 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, the Sun, the 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, lots of them. This is 5 of Cups, it's a bit hidden, and the King of Torches. Okay, so I want to tell you first of all that you have major, like, pentacles, not placements, but your cards are in majority pentacles, and these talk about physical gains, material possessions, wealth, and money. And now I feel like this reading, I don't know if you have been hoping for it, pile number 3, but even though I was kind of hoping, you know, like guidance from spirit guides on our emotional states and inner feelings, thoughts, etc., your reading, I feel like, is highly either financial or it's just about material possessions. So it can be anything that you want to manifest. I don't know, a new laptop, you want to buy a new house, you want to change your appearance, or it can also, according to me, because pentacles are tangible, they can also talk about a relationship. But here with you, I am feeling money or material possessions. So like, I don't know, jewelry or whatever it is that you want. I will stop mumbling because you know best what you want. So I have lots of that. And if you have been hoping to hear a good news about your financial or material pursuits, then this is the reading for you. Like, you're getting what you've been hoping for. This 10 of Pentacles is the first card that's speaking to me. This is pile number 3. How your spirit guides see you. And I wonder if this is how you see yourself too. I don't know, and I hope you do, because if you do know what 10 of Pentacles is, then you're going to be very happy. If not, listen to me, stay with me. This card talks about, yes, wealth, but it's not like wealth for you right now to be happy and splurge and then get into poverty mindset. This is wealth for your generations. This is wealth that you can share with your family. This is family wealth. So if you have been, if you have been or not, doesn't matter, like wondering about having enough for your family, sharing with your, let's say, grandparents or your grandchildren, whatever age you are, with even a niece or like whoever, you just want to help your family. This is how your spirit guides see you. And now I don't know if you come from a wealthy family or just like medium class, or you may be even the lower class. It does not matter. The important thing is that your spirit guides see you as a person who will either continue the generational like tradition and will keep the wealth, Or if you haven't experienced it and your family hasn't experienced it, then you are here to break the cord. You are here to break the tradition of scarcity mindset, let's say, and you're going to be the first in your generation to create that level of abundance for yourself. And ultimately, if this is how they see you, I think it's inevitable. So please don't stress out about it. Even if you stress out about it, it's still going to happen. And I think you want it, because who wouldn't want it? Sometimes we have like limiting beliefs that say money is evil or it makes us greedy or whatever. But I feel like if you watch my videos, you have to be a good soul. You probably are a highly sensitive or an empath, and you want to help. So you having abundance means the world getting better and being a better place. So I love that for you. Now, I feel pile number 3, because you're getting the message with the King of Torches, that because if you're watching it as it airs, we're going into summer season. And usually I feel like during the summer season we can be more productive and just want to do, whereas in winter, we have our own internal winters at time. But wherever you live, maybe you live in Australia, it doesn't matter. For you, the next month is going to be highly creative, and your spirit guides want you to focus on your creative pursuits or like your career. Torches also talk about. And like the King of Torches in this deck for me is a bit different than the King of Wands normally, because the King of Wands normally is like a leader, and maybe he's not that much creative. I mean, okay, he is, but he doesn't act on these things. He gives orders to other people, and that maybe you're actually getting promoted to like a manager, even CEO. But if not, then it's like becoming the king of your life and really knowing your rules, just knowing where you stand. And even if like meteorites or whatever that is, fireballs, now I heard pitbull in my head, oh my god, I had the fireball. But anyways, even though that was cringy, I'm sorry for it, but maybe you heard it too. It's like your guides want you to focus on creating, especially that you have the 8 of Pentacles. And this talks about mastering your craft, mastering what you're good at, developing your abilities. And even if you're already best at what you do, you can learn even more and sharpen your skills even more. And of course, that's not to say to be obsessed and always think, oh, I always need to get better, because I think that you're in a very good place as I see your cards now. It's just that it will be a highly productive season for you, and maybe this is what you want. The only thing is, the 4 of Swords that we have here, this is like a precaution from Spirit, so that you don't hear this reading or like any message and just feel that, okay, since you saw abundance in your reading or like good energy, then you can just relax and do nothing about it. I am telling you that your abundance that you've been wanting is coming. Your creative ideas are coming, but you need to take action. Like the King of Torches is someone who takes action. And the caution, little one, that they are giving you is not to sleep through this period, not to become lazy. Like honestly, I wouldn't want it to sound harsh. It's not that you are lazy or you will become. It's just like put this creative period to use as much as you can, because you will see amazing and great results from it. Like this 8 of Pentacles, and I will also have the Ace, this is the blessing that your spirit guides want to give you. And the Ace, I mean, this is awesome because the Ace is always like a gift. It's always a blessing. And in this position, I ask specifically for a blessing. So you get it. If I ask for a blessing and we get a card with a blessing, this is like amplified energy. This is like times twofold as powerful and as good. So from this, perfecting your skills, also this is a blessing because you may find yourself in like new surroundings or a new, signing up for a new course if you've been thinking about it. I don't know, whatever would help you, like getting a music instrument tutor I am hearing, or whatever you want to learn. I feel that maybe you will also be getting like extra cash, or you've been saving up extra cash to just have a teacher, a tutor for this course, or just for yourself, for like new paints, for new instrument, whatever you do. It can also be like a laptop that you will work on. I feel that you will have the possibility to strengthen your skills. If you want to connect to your spirit guides a bit more and also communicate with them, then they are really saying be sure that you have time for them, because I feel that you naturally are someone who's very highly productive and creative, and you just like to be in action. You like embodying this King of Torches. And with this Two of Pentacles, your spirit guides are really calling you that if you want to develop more like psychic abilities, or meditate on your upper spiritual chakras, just get into connection with source, or whatever the divine means to you, be sure to find some time. And yes, career is important, but do not forget to also hone like your skills inside, to go inward and meditate on that. But yeah, your energy feels just very outgoing right now and fierce, and I love that for you. And because you've been feeling, that's my opinion, very energetic and positive about life, and you've been seeing a lot of possibilities lately. I am hearing and sensing that you've been having some ideas for like where to move on and how to move on with your life. So thanks to having this positive outlook, maybe even choosing deliberately positive thoughts throughout the day, or like starting the day with visualization. I just saw 11:11 at the clock. That's a confirmation for you that your spirit guides are with you. Besides, you chose Angelite, so I feel like you may be surrounded by angelic energy. But anyways, because you had this outlook, and because you're very cheerful and very positive, your spirit guides are saying now this, and listen to me very closely. We are so proud of you. They are so extremely proud of you because of that. Because I don't know if maybe in your family, let's say it's not a traditional practice, or just maybe people that surround you, or not, maybe you surround yourself with great like-minded positive people. But let's say even on the television, we are used to see in the world like other people who have a negative outlook on the world. And if you're going to focus only on the negative, you're only gonna get the negative, right? So your spirit guides are really proud, so proud of you for keeping the positive outlook on life and for staying cheerful even in harsh moments, because this is what got you to these lengths. This is what got you to being able to manifest this abundance for yourself and to move into this energy. Again, the only precaution is for you not to think that it's going to materialize on its own. You need to take action, but this is going to be inspired action. So don't worry, this is not going to feel like a drag. This is going to feel so natural and so pleasant to you that you're going to want to do it. It's just, it's not the time for rest, pile number 3 for you. I feel like you're in a very highly productive period. And before we move on to your oracle cards, the card I want to talk about is this 5 of Cups. Is that sometimes if we pair it with the King of Torches, you may look for motivation and maybe not find it. This is a message for you too, because this is like what you should focus on during the next month. Of course, should is not the greatest word. What would be best for you to focus on? If you don't find your motivation outwardly, remember that sometimes you just will not find it until you start doing. So you first need to start your project. You first need to get into action, and motivation will come as a byproduct, as a result. And if you sit there and wait for your motivation to come, it's not going to. So this stagnation is your biggest obstacle to overcome. But I feel like even though it's the biggest, it's as big as the Angelite. So it's the biggest of your obstacles, because every single, all the other ones are smaller, but this one is still relatively small. And because you're the Sun, and this is a major arcana card, so this is like a major archetype for you. You're just this cheerful soul. And yeah, so I feel this will not be a problem for you, honestly. Oh, and I also wanted to say, because we see this person looking into the cup, so many messages here. The cups are very emotional, so if you feel negative emotions, maybe it's about getting them into your work, into your creative idea, like transferring your true self, your true emotions on the idea. And it can also talk about, if you look into only one project and you don't find motivation here, Spirit is saying do not be scared to experiment. This is a highly productive season, as I mentioned, for you, and you can experiment as much as you want. So if you do not find motivation and inspiration in one of the cups, you have 4 different ones to choose from and the whole other ocean to choose from, and the sun is always there shining for you. So even if you started something and now you're like, I'm not sure if this is actually in highest alignment with you, don't, like, your spirit guides are saying, do not feel bad. This is completely normal. This is because you're now in the middle of choosing your path, and you're on this great, like, what do you call it, intersection, that you have many paths to choose from. And this is also not to scare you with your choices. I feel like your paths now, because you've been doing your work and feeling positive and choosing your thoughts, it's like all your pathways right now, like, they're different, but their destination is positive. So no matter what you choose, it will be good for you. Whew. So yeah, well, that's an incredible message for you. I think you had the most positive pile of all people. I love this for you. And now let's get into your oracle cards, shall we? So for you, pile 3, we have realization. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. So I feel, yeah, exactly, with like heart-centered truth, you're discovering your path, and all you will have the realization that all of the paths that you will choose lead to home and lead to yourself and lead to you being happy, so you don't have to be stressed about it. And I am also feeling like with this abundance that is coming your way, you will be stepping, thanks to this, into your highest version, because you'll be able to help other people with your abundance. Again, whether this is money, doesn't have to be. Maybe you will just have resources. It can be an abundance of knowledge. I know that we all like money. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Money is not evil, and it helps us grow as people and just have more possibilities in life. But if it's for you abundance of knowledge right now, or for creativity, also accept it with your full heart, because this is helping you step into your highest self. And your material possessions, like the wealth, will come as a byproduct, because I mean, man, woman, human, you have the 10 of Pentacles. You're meant to be wealthy, so don't even stress about it. And then for you, the last, I wanted 2 cards, but we have 3, so that's always, we have Portal. Doors are opening, you decide. Rewards. Rewards and wild card. Wild, exactly. I think I am psychic, like I said, this is a very creative and productive period for you, so put it to your best use. And with you decide, rewards and doors are opening, like I said, you have many paths ahead of you, and all of them lead to a reward. All of them will give you something. So you're in a beautiful position where you have the chance to choose for yourself, and every path has something to offer. You will not lose whatever you choose. So that kind of rhymed. So then we have for you, your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative, accountability. I mean, am I psychic? What the hell? Artist, this is a creative period for you. I don't even want to repeat myself. With manifestation, you're like, what you've been thinking about will be coming to you. And creative accountability, I feel it's just so that you remember that if you create anything, whether it's like an actual piece of art, let's say music, painting, or if it's a business, I want it to be aligned with you. Your spirit guides are saying, let it be aligned with you. Never pursue a business or anything just for money. always stay true to who you are. And if you don't like agree with something, because let's say you want to do cosmetics, but you're not sure if you should test on animals. Well, if you're going to be listening to me and you want to stay with me on this channel, here we don't support any brand that tests their cosmetics on animals. I would also encourage you to just live more in peace with nature and care about animal rights. So this is for me, let's say. So I personally wouldn't like buy things that don't agree with this. You know what I am talking about. So creative accountability, you know, do what really feels true to you, and also pour your truest self, your truest emotions into your creations. And the last card, that because it came out for you, it's surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. I mean, I already talked about all of this, pile number 3, and you heard me talk about it. This is an amazing, oh, sorry for the no focus. This is an amazing, incredible period in your life. I am so extremely excited for you. I will let the card speak for itself. With the pleasure and joy, I've been talking about it with the sun. You are a very much the soul that is excited and cheerful. So these cards are only like last confirmation. I think that maybe we're not even needing. I wish you all the best in your creative pursuits. I keep my fingers crossed, even though, like I said, no matter how many things you have ahead of you, let's say 4 swords, 4 ways that will be unfolding ahead of you, each of them brings amazing results to you. So you're in very good hands right now. Very, very good hands, very protected, and high cheerful energy. I love that for you. Thank you so very much for staying with me and listening to me and dedicating your earthly time to be with me. Maybe we'll see or hear each other again. If you ever want to hear my voice again, you can subscribe, because probably YouTube will not show you my videos, or maybe it will. Let's stay positive about it, and let's hope for the greatest things for you and for me. And yeah, stay safe, stay always true to who you are, and thank you so much, and until next time, bye.